Hello people, in this video I would like to explain you a little bit more about scams in Istanbul. In the earlier video I've explained you the taxi problem, and in this video I would like to continue a little bit more about some other type of dangers. So there was a documentary called Scam City, and in that documentary many different cities all around the world were covered, and Istanbul was one of them. They covered some types of scams, and I would pretty much recommend you watching that documentary if you are to come to Turkey. And even if you are not going to watch, I will provide some examples from that documentary and from my own experiences. So first of all, I have to say before I begin, in Turkey, especially in Istanbul, I don't believe that you will have any kind of life dangers. I mean, being kidnapped or that kind of stuff. But you are to be scammed probably. That's the real danger here in Turkey for you, especially for tourists. And just I wanted to say that I believe Turkey or Istanbul is somewhat safe for your life, but not for your money. So that's why I'm making these kind of recommendations. Let me just begin with one of my own experiences, and that experience was in last summer. In last summer, there was an application called Hesper. If you have been in Turkey, you definitely know that. That was, for those of you who don't know that, was an application so that a number, especially, so that whenever you made a test and so on, or whether you were vaccinated or not, could be followed by that number. So you had to get those numbers, and somewhat for some stuff you had to show it, or you had to connect or relate your number with some, for example, Istanbul card and so on. But you couldn't do that because all of the instructions regarding that was in Turkish. So you couldn't do that, and those commissioners would help you for money. So that was one example. So it doesn't just end with there. Actually, it was a seasonal stuff. When there was no HES code, those commissioners would try to draw your attention to a specific store that they were in cooperation, so that they could sell you some stuff for higher prices. And in that documentary as well, that was covered, especially those carpet sellers, they were revealed. So you should be careful for that. If someone tries to draw your attention to a specific store, especially for selling stuff, you should be careful. It's not, I believe, something normal. And there was some other stuff covered in that documentary, and there was some people, those commissioners, they approach people, especially single men, tourists, friendly, and get to know them, and then they say, let's go get some drinks. And after that, when they drink a few maybe beers or stuff, later then when the check comes, the price is so high, it's unlogically high. And the commissioner and the tourist, might have an argument, it's not normal. The commissioner would say, no, it's normal, the prices in Istanbul are like that. The commissioner at the end would have to pay for the check because it's the check. And later on, when they are separated, the commissioner actually would get his commission for making a tourist pay more than normal. So that kind of scam is also, I don't know if it still continues, because the documentary was 10 years ago filmed. So I don't really know if these people do that kind of stuff still. I believe they do. So you should be careful for that reason as well. I don't suggest you being rude. I believe you should be polite. But still you should be a little bit suspicious, especially if someone is trying to draw you to some place to spend some money. Then you should be really suspectful. Okay, other than that, I can say Turkish people are a little bit curious, so people might really be approaching for friendly reasons. So you shouldn't be polite, you shouldn't be rude to them, but you should be also suspectful. The other kind of scams are generally shopkeepers selling you stuff more than its normal price. That's not specific to tourists. I have to say, we Turkish people as well suffer from that. So don't take it personally when that happens to you. But of course, when you're a tourist, when you don't speak any Turkish, and those people might then really rip you off just because you're more an easier target. And yeah, you should be careful for that as well. And the others are generally regarded accommodations, hotels, that kind of stuff. That's your general. I believe you can manage with that. But I mean, for example, when you try to hire a flat in Istanbul, then for example, if someone wants you to pay before you really see the flat, get to know there, see some people, then you shouldn't really pay. Just be careful for that as well, because I have heard some cases like that as well. So generally, as I said, I guess that's enough. Just be careful for your money. I believe you're not in great danger in Turkey, not in a greater danger than you would in, for example, Germany or United Kingdom or USA. As I said, I believe it's quite safe for your life, but not safe for your money, especially as a tourist. Okay, just be careful for that. I guess that's enough for today. I don't know what I will cover in the next videos, but I believe I will continue shooting some videos. See you in next videos. Goodbye.